Still a couple of matches on, as you can see, in the quarter-finals. Selby and Hamilton 3-3, Higgins and Hawkins 3-3, but Ding Junhui came through 4-2 over Mark Williams, and Judd Trump beat Mark Joyce 4-2 to set up this interesting match between these two. Here's Ding, world number 11, and currently 37th on the order of merit, top 25 qualified. Judd Trump is 18th on the order of merit. That doesn't include points from this event, but of course he is the world number 1 as well. Well, these two usually serve up plenty of entertainment between them. Played in the World Championship semi-finals last year, 2011. Trump won 17-15, but this is just a best of 7, first of 4, to go through to the final. They did play in a PTC final here in Gloucester last year. Trump won that one 4-0. Very quickly as well. But Ding, we know, a class act. It was a good win for him over Mark Williams, who was 2-0 up. Well, he's in. Judd Trump, for some reason, not wearing the uniform of this tournament, the pink t-shirt, but in his trademark waistcoat, he's played pretty well so far. He's had 8 centuries in the tournament, and looking to reach the final here later this evening. And I think this is a good lineup for him. It's a tough match against Ding, but it's someone who plays the game in a very similar way. He's not a grinder, he's not going to try and frustrate Trump. It's going to be probably an all-out potting affair, I would have thought. Well, the pink is now out of commission. It won't go on the black spot. It's gone, it would appear on its own spot, or at least it's gone just under its spot. No other spots available. So I guess Trump at some point would like to get the black back into play.
12.
Started off terrifically well against Mark Joyce, a 1-4-3. He led 3-0, but then Joyce came back into it. He had a century of his own, 103 in the 5th to make it 3-2, but Trump finished off well, a 79 in the last frame, brought him through to the semi-finals. I can tell you Anthony Hamilton has won, by the way, 4-3 over Mark Selby. So Trump is going to slightly extend his lead at the top of the ranking list, which of course he overtook Selby at the top of the rankings by winning that international championship just a couple of weeks back. And you can tell already here he's clearly in the mood to do some serious damage in this match as well. He's just playing so well, so confidently at the moment.
Five.
So this is a chance to get the black back into play, but obviously he's got to pot it first. That's nicely struck. Obviously the other semi-final can't start until Higgins and Hawkins are finished. Anthony Hamilton waiting with them, so it's going to be, well, probably about 10 minutes after that one finishes. They're on the last red at the moment, so I'm guessing about 25 minutes maybe till we get that one underway. But Mark Johnston Allen is poised for whenever it does start to talk you through that one.
40.
Well, it's a cracking red he potted, good brown as well.
41.
And now he's coming towards the time in the frame where he's got to get into them. Just this one loose red.
$48.
So it's going to be next shot. And that didn't sound like a great contact.
49.
And you can see the white has not really got to where he wanted it. It didn't sound like a good contact, that. Well, he's giving it a go. This doesn't look bad. Pause, but he's not really on anything.
54. Touching ball.
Just shows the cue power he has, though, that even though he was wrong side of that blue, he still found a way into them and could easily have finished on one on another day. Well, I think he considered there having a go at the double, but touching bulk called, so he can just play back down to the bulk end. He's 54-0 up. Well, he's still a little undecided what to play here. He's in such a confident mood, that's the thing at the moment. Judd Trump just fancies potting anything, but there's nothing wrong with playing safe and forcing a mistake from Ding. He's 54-0 up. Well, didn't play a great shot really in the end, but anyway, leads 54-0. Yes, he should have had that cue ball really on the cushion, but this is a chance for Ding if he can knock this red in. And he has done. Well, that could be a big mistake from Trump, because he ummed and ahed for a long time about what to play, and in the end, he didn't play a good shot. Gave Ding the chance to pot that, and he's knocked it in. Very confidently played as well, held for the black. That could have worked out better though. It's just left this awkward now. Great pot.
9.
Good recovery. Ding, like Trump really, has played very confident stuff throughout this tournament, particularly against Mark Williams from 2-0 down. He beat him 4-2 in the quarterfinals. Well, again, it could have finished a little better.
60. Sure. 17.
Well, the bottom line is these are two great players. We know that, and we know that they're playing well. So it's going to come down, I guess, to the odd mistake, the odd ball missed here and there. And Judd Trump has already made what could be quite a big mistake in this frame. That poor safety when he had a good chance to put Ding in a bit of trouble. He left a red on, and Ding has knocked it in, and he's still going. He has that red on the side cushion, which He's going to be the, I guess, the main stumbling block to
22.
clearing up here, but he's got a chance. And he just looks, as I say, very confident. Ding's actually got, believe it or not, 3 tournaments this week to play. He's got this one, he's got the Premier League tomorrow night against Neil Robertson, and then he's off to Bulgaria to play in the PTC there. So it's a busy time. He's only just got back from China, where he played in the last Asian PTC, where he lost quite early on there.
29.
But of course, all the playing means you've got a chance to get yourself match fit. Well, he's dealt
30.
with one of the awkward reds there, got it out into open play. Still got another one on the cushion, left-hand side. Just caught the knuckle, and that's why the white hasn't come down as far as he was hoping.
Well,
he struck that so well. Ding seems to be keying really nicely here. So this red then was always the slightly awkward one. John Higgins, I can tell you, has beaten Barry Hawkins 4-3, so it's Higgins v Hamilton in the semi-finals. That will start in about 10 minutes' time. It was always the key shot. We all knew it, and he's not potted it, but he's got himself back into the frame. Just 11 points in it. Well, this last red, you feel, is effectively frame ball. Whoever pots it, the clearance is there, the balls are there, out in the open. And Trump has potted it. It's a great pot, that is. Terrific. Now, has he got the kiss on the yellow? Well, sort of. He got the kiss on the yellow, but this is very thin. Just needed a fuller kiss, and the frame would have been over. This is already shaping up to be a great match. We're only in frame one. Not the yellow in, now then. He's coming back round, he's got to land on it. He's played that so well. He's played that so well. Well, what a great frame. Judd Trump, huge favourite to win it now, needs yellow, green and brown.
5.
Made 54 early on, broke down, but Ding Junhui missed that awkward last red with the rest along the cushion. And Judd Trump is about to take advantage, you would feel. Some standard. So, brownish frame ball.
4. 7.
Well, in the end, it was 2 chances he needed. We've seen some terrific potting in this frame, and that red that he knocked in there, the last red, was an example of that. Judd Trump
23.
takes the opening frame here against Ding Junhui. This is shaping up already to be a classic. Big crowd in as well, enjoying this from the main arena here at the South West Snooker Academy in Gloucester. Judd Trump leads Ding Junhui 1-0. Now remember, it's first of 4 who will reach the final. So it's a short match this, and a good start is obviously a big help, although Ding of course was 2-0 down to Mark Williams. And look at all the people flooding in now. There's quite a few people coming in to watch this one. This is how they've got through. Judd with that 4-2 win over Mark Joyce, and Ding, as I say, with the 4-2 win over Mark Williams. You can see, to confirm, John Higgins will play Anthony Hamilton. That will be on our other streaming table in about 10 minutes' time. Mark Johnston-Allen will be your commentator for that one. So, a great lineup. We've got, obviously, Judd Trump, the world number 1. John Higgins, a 4-times world champion. Ding Junhui, a multi-title winner. And Anthony Hamilton, who has done very well to come through there. 4-3 over Mark Selby. Hamilton, former top 16 player, has been in a couple of ranking finals, and very heavy scorer when he gets going, so it'll be interesting to see how that one pans out with John Higgins. That will be starting shortly on our other table. I'd be surprised though if it was over before this one. I think this is whoever wins and whatever score, it's going to be pretty quick fire stuff. Certainly from what we've seen in the first frame, that would be borne out.
Thank you. Second frame.
So frame 2.
Ding Junhui at the break.
Ding, just one mistake really from him in that last frame. That wasn't even a mistake really. He missed a difficult red. You know, these things happen, but Judd Trump cleared up from it. Well, Judd wants to take everything on. The thing is, he bought so many of them, you can see his point.
One.
Well, that's a big surprise, isn't it? That was a straight ping to the middle. Sort of ball Ding Junhui normally knocks in with his eyes shut, but didn't pot that one. I think there is a general feeling from the players now when they play Trump, they kind of treat him as the world number 1. It's a psychological thing. A couple of years back they were thinking, who is this young kid? We'll put him in his place. But, well, he's put them in their place pretty comprehensively the last year. And he's starting to develop that aura that the great players do have. It's almost worth a couple of frame starts. Certainly the likes of Stephen Hendry and Ronnie O'Sullivan, at their best, you felt that. Well, look at that. No messing at all. Straight into them. And he is on certainly one to this left corner.
6.
Black tied up, so gonna have to do it with blues and pinks and maybe a couple of bulk colours for now. But well, in fact, he's free to black. What a delightful shot that was. To be exact with the cannon, but saw the angle and well, fill your boots time. This is. The important thing in this sort of situation is not to lose your focus, because for someone like Judd Trump, this is such an easy position. You kind of take it for granted, which you can't afford to do in snooker. You've got to concentrate on every shot.
22.
And as long as he does that, he's going to be 2-0 up shortly.
23.
Was dead straight on that blue, so couldn't do anything with the white, but shouldn't have any problem with this one. Well, Ding missed 29. That easy pink to the middle, and it's starting to look like could be his last shot of the frame.
.36. 37.
just clearly feeling so good in himself at the moment, Trump.
42.
Knows he's playing well. Enjoys being out there, whatever the tournament. Well, that was a kick. He wouldn't have enjoyed that, but he's on the black. It's no great problem. You heard the big sigh from him. It was a kick, but could have finished worse. Yeah, it's no great problem. So he's already at 50. Made 54 in the first round. Didn't win it there, but got another chance.
$51.
He's had 8 centuries in the
59.
tournament, Judd Trump, the highest to 143. This could be number 9 coming up. Well, in no time at all,
67.
snooker's required, and it was that miss pink from Ding. So he missed 2 balls in the match. He missed that difficult red in the first frame with the rest, and he's missed a pink in the second frame, which was much easier, and they both cost him.
74.
And he's going to be 2-0 down inside, well, about 20 minutes.
75.
Well, you wouldn't know it was a semi-final, which are usually nervy affairs. There's no signs of nerves from Judd Trump. Brings the last red out. Not the last red, but there's the last red coming out. Well, you'd think snooker was the easiest game in the world, wouldn't you, watching this? At the moment, it kind of is to Judd Trump.
89.
Well, it's been great stuff. Maybe not if you ding Junhui, because he had first chance, spotted a good red, missed that straightforward pink to the left centre. Judd Trump has gone on the rampage ever since. Blue for his 9th century of the tournament. What a great break it's been.
102.
Having said all that, of course, he was 3-0 up against Mark Joyce, and things got a little bit close after that, 3-2, so he needs to keep his foot on the pedal here. What he'd like is to win this easily and then see the other semi-final turn into a grind.
107.
Because he'd obviously be much the fresher of the two for the final. Main thing is to win though. He's won this frame, 107. Century number 9 of this PTC for Judd Trump. What a terrific spell of snooker he's produced here in Gloucester. He leads 2-0. Well, terrific start for Trump. As I say though, he's got to keep it going now. But this is kind of one visit snooker. Here's Micah Kessler, the referee. Quite a cosmopolitan mix of officials we have now from all around Europe and other parts of the world. And a word for Jan Bahas, who is still stuck in China. Jan was refereeing out there in the International Championship and developed deep vein thrombosis, which meant he needed medical treatment, and it's just a question of when he can fly back to the Netherlands. So we send him our best wishes. I think we need to send Ding our best wishes as well, because he's been kind of blitzed at the moment. 2-0. We know he's capable of this sort of snooker as well, but he just can't afford to miss anything. Simple as that. That's the level we've reached now. Because Trump is just
Then
so
number
confident.
3.
He leads 2-0. This is frame 3.
Judd Trump to break.
Well, we're still waiting for the other semi-final to start. Anthony Hamilton, John Higgins. That doesn't help Ding's cause. That was a thunderous kick. You heard the white and saw it just come to a complete stop. He's trying to put the white on the top cushion, so that doesn't help. That wasn't his fault either. It's bad enough when your opponent's playing so well, but you could do without those.
One.
He's in again then. We've kind of been here before, haven't we? And that time Ding was unfortunate, as I say, with the kick. Well, it's the old story here. The pink's got to go
Thank you.
because all the
7.
spots are occupied as close to its own as possible, in a line with the centre of the spots.
Eight.
Well, Trump is always looking to get into the reds and split them as quickly as he can. There's a couple of loose ones to go out here. Well, maybe a plant in amongst all that lot as well, or maybe the top red he's thinking goes. Yes, it does.
13. Fourteen.
Well, that was always sort of coming, I think. Very few
19.
players play it with as much pace as Trump. Could have been left with something easier, but right now it doesn't seem to matter.
$20.
Of course, he's a Bristol boy, but lives in Romford during quite a bit of the season because that's where he practices. Well, he left that one a little awkward as well.
26.
Having said that, of course, players tend to spend so much time on the circuit now. They don't spend a lot of time at home, at least when they're doing well, which Trump has been.
$33.
Well, he's in terrific position here. It was unlucky for Ding. He got the kick to let him in, and well, it's kind of looking like 3-0. That's another kick. The pink has reached. And he is on a red, but that was... you don't need that, really.
40.
Well, Ding a spectator right now. But he, like I say, he didn't actually do anything wrong. He was unlucky with that kick, so he can't beat himself up too much. Perhaps the previous frame, which we want to be thinking about, when he did miss that pink.
41.
Well, it wasn't necessarily clean, but it went in. Like I say, it's important to, even though it all looks easy from here,
7.
it's important to keep focusing. Because he knows that Ding is capable of this himself, and he can't afford to give him any sort of chance. Well, another big break on here. This pink takes him to 54. He's already had 9 centuries in the tournament, remember, including the 107 in the last frame.
54.
That's pretty serious scoring, bearing in mind how short the matches are. He's won 22 frames in the tournament, and he's had 9 centuries. I mean, that's pretty
61.
good going by anyone's standards. And we might be about to see another one here. Frame's over. Could certainly do with one more red to make sure, but there was never really any danger.
69.
So it's a walk in the park right now for young Mr. Trump. That looked like another little kick actually, but well, as I say, the frame is won. That's the main
74.
thing.
75. 81. 82.
Well, this is exactly what he wanted to do, particularly with another match to come. If he comes through, wants to save a bit of mental energy.
'86.
So the century's all about getting on this last red. And obviously potting it.
'93.
Oh, that's a shame, isn't it? Just stayed out. But 93 will do for Judd Trump, who leads 3-0. He's only been playing 33 minutes. Ding Junhui was a little unlucky at the start of the frame. He got a kick when he was playing safe. He was trying to drop the white on the top cushion, and because the cue ball didn't reach, he left a red on, and Trump made the 93 from it. So 3-0, Trump just one away, and this was pretty much how it went when they played in the final in that PDC here last year. Trump won 4-0 very quickly there as well. So history kind of repeating itself. The other semi-final about to get underway, we think. Anthony Hamilton, John Higgins. We'll have coverage of that when it starts, which will be any minute now.
Frame number 4. Ding with the break.
Well, the only thing you can say for Ding is that he's not exactly been making mistake after mistake. He's made 2 in the match, and the first one was forgivable. It was a difficult red with the rest. The second one, not so much, the pink, but even so, it's some standard where you make 2 mistakes and you're 3-0 down. Well, he hit that wrong and nearly fluked it actually, but luck was not smiling on that occasion. Well, that's finished pretty horribly, really. He's potted it, but not on a red. Sorry, not on a red, not on a colour, I should say. Could just see the green to play safe, but we're just looking to make something happen there, Ding, and well, it didn't happen. I can tell you that John Higgins, Anthony Hamilton is now just starting on the other table, so Mark Johnston-Allen will talk you through that one. Starting about 40 minutes late, because the Higgins-Barry Hawkins match overran, although that was because earlier matches were overrunning as well. Well, there's a plant that's being lined up here by Judd. Wow. What a terrific shot. It was all or nothing, but he lined it up, executed it perfectly, and he's in again. If you are just tuning in, this is not an exhibition. We are watching a proper tournament here, but Judd Trump is just so full of confidence right now that he couldn't fancy missing, and he's not missed much in this match.
Seven. So
Trump has had breaks of 54, 107 and 93 in this match, and he's in nicely here with a chance to put another sizable contribution together. He's not too happy, I think, with conditions here. Things are just getting awkward contacts and the odd kick here and there, which is just on his mind. So that's just a small concern for him. But well, listen, Judd, the main thing is you're 3-0 up. At least the bad contacts and the little things that have happened haven't actually affected his performance.
$21. $22.
Well, this could be the end coming up. You know, from the way he's played so far, you pretty much fancy him to win it here, and that's a pretty devastating performance.
28. 29. 35. 36. 42.
Break reaches 42. That plant that he executed so well really opened everything up. Black's been out of commission, but doesn't really matter. Pink and blue available. Been working this break mainly with pinks. Just sighting the ball so well, isn't he? I mean, he's always been a naturally gifted player, but it's all the hard work as well to hone the game, to keep improving. You know, he's world number 1, but there's still a lot to do in the game, not least the World Championship and
50.
other big events, the Masters. It will be on his radar as well. So I'm sure Judd Trump doesn't think it's all going to be easy from now on, but the point is he's so confident that the game is kind of coming easy to him at the moment, and he just feels when he's out there like he can really dominate, which he has done in this match. I mean, Ding Junhui's a great player, and as I say, he's not done a lot wrong. But it's all been about Trump's performance today.
57.
'Into the reds then, just needs to finish on one. He doesn't need this one in though. Oh dear, that's unlucky. Well, that was match over.
57. Ding Junhui 4.
That was match over, but the red has gone in, and it means that there's enough on for Ding to win this. 56 behind with 59 on. Well, who knows? You know, matches have turned round on this. They're all there for him.
1.
Of course, with the foul going on, he's got a little more latitude in terms of colours to take. That was unlucky, but the question is, can Ding clear up? He's got every chance to.
7. 8.
'And I go back to what I said earlier, he was 3-0 up Trump this morning against Mark Joyce. Well, earlier this afternoon, in fact,
15.
in the quarter-finals. Came through 4-2 in the end, so not necessarily over yet, just because he was playing great stuff.
16.
He was unlucky though. He's potted the green, he's tried to split the reds, went into them beautifully, was on one, but another red dropped in, and that's why Ding's back at the table. And you'd make him favourite for the frame now.
23.
61 before.
Sorry?
Well, does he feel the scoreboard's wrong here? Well, we've got some sort of query here about the score. It's Ding who's queried it. The problem in this sort of situation is the referees always whisper, so you can't quite tell what's being discussed, but it's certainly, I think, to do with the scoreboard.
This transfer, red thing, this black, red, sorry, this red, this black, and then you're on red. No. When I watched the scoreboard, it was 61, then you changed it. I haven't watched it.
I think Ding is saying that Trump's score was on 61.
The first time, just 61 to 1.
No, Judd's score was never 61. It went to 60 because he...
At the moment,
yeah.
I will not watch it again.
Oh, well, that's the computer. It's gone off and done an aberration. I don't know why. I'm sorry, Junhui.
Thank you.
Well, it appears that the score was wrong when he first came to the table, and I think he felt he needed a snooker, which he's now got, but he could have won there. So it would seem that Ding was caught out. I think he thought he needed a snooker, and he's kind of carried on playing for the snooker. Then he's looked at the scoreboard, realised he didn't need one, but he wasn't on the red. Now, okay, he's laid the snooker, but that was a good chance to clear up. Well, these things happen, don't they, I suppose, but at least he's got the snooker. Even so, it was a chance to win the frame there. Scoreboard, I think, was only briefly wrong. Well, that's a miss in any case. So Trump will be playing that one again. Saw Steve Davis once clear up in a tournament, not realising he needed a snooker, and was surprised that frame was awarded to his opponent. In fact, he came back in with a calculator into the arena. The next frame. That could be a free ball. So it is a free ball, and it might. Well, Ding's having to tell the referee it's a free ball by the looks of it.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you're right. Well, he is right.
Free ball.
Anyway, it could be that that scoreboard problem isn't going to make a difference, although the blue is still slightly awkward.
One. Four. Five.
So this, you would think, is going to come down to the blue in terms of a problem for Ding. I think what happened with the scoreboard earlier is that Trump fouled. He was on 57. He fouled, and they put the foul on his score rather than Ding's. Only briefly, but enough for Ding to see it and think that he needed a snooker, because he thought he was 61 behind with 59 on, and he didn't then check the scoreboard again until he was on the last red. So it's a bit unfortunate, really, all round, but it won't matter if he wins this frame. Well, a chance to nudge the blue out.
14.
Played it very well indeed. Well, Judd Trump was unlucky, you have to say. Potted the green, went into the reds. One red he needed, but not one in off the shot, and that was a foul, of course. Just needs to get on the pink now. This looks a little pacey. Well, he's missed an easier pink than this already in the match. Doesn't need the black, but this is not straightforward. I think on balance you would fancy him for it, though. Oh, very nearly went him off, but he's kind of walked a tightrope there right to the very end. He misread the scores. Very nearly went in off the pink. Well, he doesn't need the black, does he? He's 8 in front. Either way, he's won the frame.
Junhui, 29.
Well,
frame number
a strange frame in many ways. Judd Trump was unlucky. Junhui was confused. but in the end, Ding has won it, so Trump leads 3-1. Well, it's slower going on the other side, but that's because they started 40 minutes late. John Higgins won the first frame against Anthony Hamilton. All sorts of people in the audience now discussing what happened there. I think it was pretty simple. I think Trump was 57-0 up. He fouled. They put the foul on his score as opposed to Ding's. They then took it off, but in between, Ding had seen the points gone, Trump score, and thought he needed a snooker. He didn't check it again, played for the snooker on the last where in fact he could win. But in the end, actually, the snooker effectively won him the frame. So it didn't really matter. It was just one of those things that does happen now and again. Ding has just perhaps wisely stepped out of the arena just to, I guess, calm himself down. He was very calm, in fairness. I mean, he didn't exactly have a stand-up row with the referee, but I don't think he was too impressed with what had gone on there. Good crowd in here in the main arena in Gloucester, the Kay Suzanne Theatre. Of course, this tournament named after Kay Suzanne, who was the sister of Paul Mount, very sadly passed away because of breast cancer. That's why the players,
Sit down, please.
apart from Trump, are wearing pink to raise awareness for that terrible disease. So it's 3-1 to Trump.
Thank you.
Very nearly killed it off there.
Frame number 5.
Can he do it here?
For Trump to break.
Frame 5, he leads 3-1. I once saw, talking about the scoreboards, I once saw a referee who will remain nameless in the days at the qualifiers in Newport, and the referee had one of the zappers, because in the qualifiers the referees have to do the scores themselves, and he completely lost control of it to the extent where one of the players had something like 390 points to his name. It just kind of lost control completely, and the tournament director had to go in and, I think it was Laurie Annandale, the tournament director, had to go in and rescue him, because it was becoming a billiard score. Need a lot of snookers from 390 behind. Seems to have mattered to Trump. Just knocked in another long red. Point is, he's playing well, he knows that. He's looking for another chance to win the match. There's already reds open here and he's on the brown, so this is a chance really, the way he's played thus far in the match and indeed the tournament. 9 centuries, remember, that's incredible really. He's only played 23 frames in the tournament. And he very nearly had a 10th at 107 in the third frame. It's only, yes, I should say he's won 23 frames. He's not played 23, he's won 23 in the tournament. So that's a pretty incredible strike rate for centuries. Because he made 3 against Jimmy White last night. He didn't think much of that shot. I think he thought that was a kick again.
Well. 13.
Well, is this going to be normal service resume for Trump? He was a ball away from winning the match in the last frame. Just to reiterate what happened, he potted the green, went into the 4 reds. He was on one, but another red went in, so that was a foul. But when you're playing great, you can kind of shrug these things off. And particularly, of course, he's still 3-1 up, so it's no great trauma for him, really. Just try and put this frame away and be in the final against either John Higgins or Anthony Hamilton, 2 players who are very tough. Of course, John Higgins doesn't hold the best memories for Trump, not just the world final defeat last year, but of course the Shanghai Masters just a couple of months ago.
32.
Trump led 7-2, Higgins beat him 10-9, he had a maximum. And the crazy thing about that was, Trump didn't blow it. Higgins just produced one of those superhuman performances that he's capable of so often and came back to win, but didn't say Trump threw it away. Well, he's in a great position here. Ding won that last frame, but he's just waiting to see if he's going to get another shot
39.
now.
$40.
Again, that looked like another little kick, but again, it hasn't really gone too badly wrong. He is having the white cleaned, for whatever good that does. The audience wondering if this is going to be it for this one, or whether something's going to go wrong for Trump.
$7. $53.
54, the break and the lead. 75 on, but still this blue to come, so it's a couple of reds really away from killing this off. This was sort of the position he was in the last frame. I've been very impressed with Judd Trump, not just in this match, but in this tournament, indeed the last year and a half. Terrific stuff, great to see. Comes from a lovely family,
50.
who will be very proud of what he's doing here. Pink and one more red required to reach the final, another final, in what's turning into being a very memorable season for Judd Trump. We've barely got going really, there's so much snooker to come. We're only in November. We've got the UK Championship, the Masters and the World Championship round the corner. The game's 3 big events. Judd Trump's going to be a big favourite for all of those if he carries on playing like this. Needs to just get on one here, and he hasn't done it. So he's won again, he's one red away, but
66.
he's on nothing. Just needed to get on a red. Well, he's got at least one safe red on the side cushion, so the clearance would be unlikely from Ding, although not impossible if he got a chance. Incredible really though, this kind of history has repeated itself. He just needed one red in the last frame. Ding here got the chance to clear up, and well, he may get another one.
Judd Trump, 66.
Well, that's worked out pretty well. Got the white back to book, he's covered the reds to the right corner. So this is trouble for Ding. He's 66-0 down with 67 on. He's got to make sure he doesn't leave a red on. And against Judd Trump, you know, you think sometimes you played a good safety and suddenly he knocks one in. Well, I said he covered it. He hasn't. I thought that brown was in the way, but you could see from the other angle it isn't. But of course he needs blacks from the reds, so it's no good just potting it. He's got to get a black as well. He needs 5 reds, 5 blacks and the colours to win by a single point. And he potted it, but that's what I'm saying, he needs the black, and well, can't see any way he can pot it. He may have to attempt the pink and play for the respot. Great pot, but didn't get on the black, and the pink's got to go in, otherwise it'll be a handshake. Well, he's missed, or has he? For a moment I thought it was going in. It's not a handshake in fact, but he needs 2 snookers, so Judd Trump on the very cusp here of reaching this PTC 4 final. Well, there's still half a chance here. 2 snookers, worth playing on.
One. Eight. Nine.
Judd Trump's breaks in this match, 54, 107, 93, 66. And also a 57 of course in the last frame. It's pretty devastating stuff really, it's heavy scoring, isn't it? I was trying to get into them there, it didn't quite work out. He trails by 49, there's a possible 43 on, so he needs 2 snookers. Just to remind you, there is another semi-final on, of course. John Higgins leads Anthony Hamilton 1-0. Johnston Allen is commentating on that one, and indeed will be on the final as well later on, 7 o'clock.
Junhui, 16.
That's in Great Britain, of course. I realise that it's much later where some of you are watching, or indeed much earlier. Well, aside from Trump, because Ding can now pot a red and a black and try and get the snooker on the last red, and he'll be looking to try and get the free ball, which of course he did get in the last frame. That's when he was played for a snooker and didn't need one, of course. Didn't need one, but laid a really good one, and it was the main reason in the end he won the frame.
Eight.
Big target up there behind brown, blue and green.
Junhui,
And he's
8.
found it. That's a snooker, and this is dangerous because the red has come to rest by the pink. He's hit this well. But there's a little bit of anxiety here for Trump. He's kind of won, but it's not over yet. So, where the balls are, Ding would feel, well, half a chance. Didn't play that one well, and if Trump can, I guess, put this either in the green bag or over it, force Ding to pot it if he doesn't, that will be the way to end the match. Very difficult pot, of course, but it doesn't really matter to this lad. It's not far away, you know. Well, it's like I say, it's in or over. And he played it well because he tried to cover it as well. So it's double trouble for Ding. Even if he hits this, which he should do, he'll probably pot it. There you are, he didn't want to pot it. He's going to have to pot the black now. And it's just harder with that, well, I was going to say the white nearly went in. It's harder once the reds are off the table. Free ball is not quite as meaningful. Because a free ball with a red on is an extra 8 points in theory. So he needs 2 snookers on the colours.
8.
Still chances where the balls are, but perhaps less likely now.
Junhui, 8.
Well, I caught the middle pocket, and it's ended up, I think, as a snooker. He may be able to swerve this. He is indeed raising the cue. Yes, he can swerve it. It's going to have to be 2 good snookers here. Good to see Ding playing on, though, because Mark Williams against Ding only needed 1 snooker in their last frame and didn't play on for it. But Ding here, quite rightly, is giving it his best. He's got to tug his t-shirt in there because he's very close to the pink ball. Trying to get that yellow up towards those colours in bulk, get the cue ball back behind the black. It's a snooker. It's a snooker, alright. Well, he's missed it. Now, it won't be a free ball, so it's still another snooker needed, but that just makes things interesting. Can't be called a miss, of course, with snookers required. But he only needs 1 more now. Well, you're pretty much guaranteed a snooker with all that down there, but of course it's how difficult it is. Maybe that Trump can go between brown and green here. Well, it looks like he can, and this is a chance for him to lay one back. Well, not quite. One thing not in Ding's favour is the pink on the cushion there is not necessarily going to be a help to him. But listen, he's still in there fighting. Well, Trump will take this on, won't he? And if he pots it, then you've got to think that's probably that. Well, he doesn't take it on, I'm amazed. Very sensible, but sort of ball he would often go for. He's trying to instead lay the snook himself. I don't think he's quite got it. Well, perhaps he has. Looks like the blue is in the way, so, well, every credit to Trump there. Didn't try anything flash. Well, he's not hit it. Oh, did he brush it? He just brushed it. yellow barely moved, but no foul called. I think the audience are a bit unsure there. No one knew whether to applaud or not. But yes, he got it, and he still needs one more snooker, of course. Problem here is he's kind of given Trump the control of the table. Oh, this could be nasty. This could be nasty for Ding. Got the yellow in between black and pink. He's got the cue ball up behind the brown and all those colours. May just be able to get this off the top cushion, actually. Just a kind of back heel shot. Well, perhaps not. He's coming off the side cushion. He's got to hit this, really. And it looks good. Brilliantly played, but he might be in trouble again here. Well, you feel he will be. Yes, that was always coming. It's Ding who needs the snooker, remember. He's got one of the two he needed, but he snookered himself here. Well now, where's this white going? Oh, for a minute I thought it was in behind the blue. Well, it's difficult of course when you snookered yourself to lay any, although it does happen sometimes. Players fluke snookers. Trump's still not interested in going for the yellow.
Two.
This is a snooker.
Junhui, 2.
Well, not a good one, it would seem. I know one thing, if Ding gets the snooker and wins the frame, then Trump, he's not going to be too happy, because it's kind of 2 frames in a row where he looked over. Well, this is another one. Now this is dangerous. Well, is there a gap between the middle there? Trump's right behind it. He thinks he can just come through here. He's absolutely right. He brought the pink out, which he didn't really want to do. Well, he's not fluked one back, surely. I think there is a gap between the brown and blue. Didn't really want to bring the pink out because that was on the cushion. It's tougher for Ding. And it's another ball now to snooker behind apart from anything else. Well, surely now Trump's got to take the green on. Just get the match won. It's one good pot away from winning it. Have some of that. What a pot that was. Well, is he on the brown? He's 30 in front. There's 2 4-point snookers here required by Ding to tie, 2 on the blue to win. Not sure whether, I don't think you can see this to pot it because he would have got down and knocked it in by now.
Judd Trump, 3.
Well, he'd be happy enough with that. Look at this. Ding snookered. He's 30 behind with 22 on. He's snookered on the brown. He's in all sorts of trouble because even if he hits this brown, no idea where it's going to finish. It's coming off the bulk cushion. It's come with not a lot of pace. Is he going to get there?
Oh.
No, and
Judd
no.
Trump, 4.
It's kind of a lost cause now, isn't it, I think? 34 behind. 3 4-point snookers to tie. It's asking a lot, really. And he could be in trouble again. Well, not quite, but he's playing on. Every credit to him. There's no reason why he shouldn't. Well, again, it looks like Ding is snookered. Unless there's a gap, I don't think there is. Well, he thinks there might be, but even so, this is a tall order now. Well, he's left the brown on. I think. Well, he was almost going to concede there. It's not the gentlemanly thing to do, although it would have been understandable.
4.
He's had enough now. So Judd Trump, he's played very well in the match, as he has in the tournament. Fully deserves the victory. He wins 4-1. Judd Trump then, the world #1, is the first man into the final here of PTC 4 in Gloucester. He's got about an hour and 40 minutes until that's due to start, although of course it depends on when the other semi-final finishes. It's 2-0 to John Higgins against Anthony Hamilton. John Higgins therefore needs 2 more to come through, but Judd Trump's there. Bow ties off for now.